Hi, JD here, doing my normal...
And Gail.
And Gail, oh sorry, sorry, I forgot. That was rude of me to acknowledge that, not to acknowledge that Gail was here. She hangs around with me from time to time. She only hangs around with me on these Facebook Lives, by the way. She doesn't hang around at any other time. Look, I have to do this rant. We are in the... Sorry, I got a phone call in the middle of that. I don't get a phone call hardly ever of a Saturday, and of course you do a Facebook Live and you get one. I want to talk about Disney-style customer service because this just doesn't exist outside of Disney and probably Apple. And I wanted to show you, because this is really exciting, this Facebook Live, by the way. I want to show you this trolley here, which
and
is...
I'm not pregnant, I haven't got a baby.
No, Gail's a little bit past that, but we've had our 6 children 1,000 years ago, but our daughter just had a little baby girl a fortnight ago, and so therefore Gail decided to hop into Coles and get about 1,000...
They're all on special, so that's good.
And so anyway, what I wanted to highlight to you though was that we just found the most ridiculous situation in terms of customer service. The supermarkets these days, as you well know, have a, well, they're just making sure that we all go through the self-serve checkout. And so anyway, we did that. And how many times did you have to call the guy over for some help?
I think 6 times.
About 6 times, you know. Now that's not a huge trolley there. I mean, it's a reasonable sized trolley of nappies and all sorts of other things, paper towels and what have you, but the whole system, you know, shat itself about half a dozen times. And the guy was just wonderful, who was there to help everyone going through the you know, self-serve. Gail, why did you have to go through the self-serve? Because when you looked at the other...
Well, I was actually waiting for you to come to this. Yeah, I waited on 2 different queues on the normal system, and each time everything was broken and the line was so slow, so I'd move to another line. That was the same. And in the end, I gave up and thought I'm just going to do self-serve, even though I've got a better...
And you know, it's not a massive... It only looks big because there's paper towels and stuff there, but nonetheless... You know what? I said to Gail, and you know, from a marketing point of view, that's what the Institute of WOW is. I can't say that. The Institute of WOW is that we help businesses, you know, to get more leads and close those leads and create more clients. And one of the things that I go on about is Disney-style customer service. And you might say, well, that's just a cultural thing. Would it take for it? No, it wouldn't. All you've got to do is just mirror what Apple does and what Disney does and put it into your business in an appropriate sort of, you know, way. Of course, you're not going to be able to duplicate Disney, but I know that I could probably double any one of the supermarkets' sales next week. And I know that sounds very vain of me, but all I would do is I would simply do this. I'd say, listen, come to, whether it be Woolworths or Coles or IGA, whatever it might be this week, and we're going to absolutely knock you for 6 with customer service. And guess what? We're going to give you free bags, okay? I'll get my little cap out of the way. Free bags. We're going to give you free bags at our supermarket for 1 week. Do you know that would absolutely smash every other supermarket? They wouldn't know what to do. With a little bit of luck for us consumers, the other ones might play catch-up football and we're back to not having to pay for bags again. But what I'd also do is say, guess what? This week we're going to have every one of our checkouts open in the major trading times from between 9 and whatever it might be. If you were to advertise that you're going to bring back Disney customer service for 1 week, I bet you that would just knock the other supermarkets for 6. And it doesn't matter with the supermarkets, I'm using supermarkets as an example at the moment. So if you think that you're in a very competitive marketplace where it's a Me Too marketplace, everyone's doing the same thing over and over again, and that's what the supermarket industry has done, it's just a Me Too industry. Imagine if you thought outside the square with a bit of wow factor. I know my thing is called the Institute of WOW, and you know, but a bit of wow factor, and you actually gave a special, you know, Disney-style customer service offer for 1 week whereby they didn't have to pay for the plastic bags, okay? And you opened up every damn checkout between the, you know, major trading times. I bet you there'd be a queue outside the door. If you think that's a good idea, then give me a like, would you? Because I'm not feeling particularly loved at the moment, Gail. You know, I'm going through a bit of a psychological down at the moment, aren't I?
Menopause.
A menopause. God, now she's wanting to do jokes. There's every chance in the world that I won't have my own Facebook Live anymore. It'll be just all Gail. Already I'm getting people say to me, could you get off? Could you just let Gail do these things? I'm just not going to let her be part of this anymore. Anyway, if you think that, customer service is lacking and that you think that that would be a great idea for one supermarket to just do free plastic bags for a week, that would rock the market, wouldn't it? Let me know. And if you think that you've got a lot of value out of this, then give me a like or share it with anybody else that is in business. You might have a friend who's in business and you think, well, yeah, okay, this sort of advice is pretty good for them. Share with them. And even if you don't like what you've just heard, I don't know why you'd be hanging around up until now if you didn't, but if you don't like what you just heard, share it with someone you don't like. Then they're going to have to put up with this rubbish, okay? Over and out. I'll
out.
tell you where we're going. You might see another Facebook Live this afternoon because one of our clients happens to be a vinyl record shop. And today is National Record Day right around Australia, around the world for that matter. And I've convinced him to do this, Facebook Live, because I told him that it is insane. It's just insane, the money that we've made from it. And it's free, absolutely free. I can't do that zero, okay? It's free. And I told him over Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, here on the Gold Coast, the record shop is, I said, just do Facebook Live and see what happens. And I'm about to visit his record shop now. And just, yeah, so keep so now Gail's being like the sale of the century host. So keep your eye out for it. Next she'll be saying to you, by the way, she'll be butting in and go, this could change your life. No, I'm afraid it's not going to change your life, but I might do a quick Facebook Live from the record shop to see whether or not his Facebook Lives throughout the last few days have really brought home the bacon. I'm out of here. See you guys, this finger is going to say goodbye.